Imagine you're hiking a trail near the Great Wall of China, and you see this enormous, jagged boulder.
Right.
You'd think it's been there forever, just part of the landscape.
Hmm.
But it's not. It's actually a concert hall.
It's the Chapel of Sound.
And the craziest thing isn't that it looks like a rock. It's that the architects say the building itself is a musical instrument.
It is an incredible piece of camouflage, really.
Mm-hmm.
Most big architectural projects, they want to stand out.
Yeah, they scream, "Look at me."
Exactly. Especially next to something as iconic as the Great Wall.
Yeah.
But here, the goal was the complete opposite. They wanted it to feel like it just grew there.
But that instrument claim, that's what I want to dig into. Because I've been in a lot of concrete buildings,
Yeah.
and the acoustics are usually a nightmare. It's just, hard surfaces, echoes everywhere. How do you build a concrete cave that doesn't just sound like a muddy mess?
That is the fundamental challenge. Normally, you just slap a bunch of sound-absorbing panels everywhere
To kill the echo.
to kill the echo. But they wanted that raw, concrete look, so they had to rely purely on geometry. The whole interior is shaped like a layered inverted cone.
Okay, so not a box that bounces sound back and forth. It's more like a funnel.
Precisely. It works like a funnel that pushes the sound waves up and out. They ran these huge digital simulations to tune the building.
To tune the actual shape.
Yeah, the uneven steps, the angle of the roof. The building's physical form is doing the work that an audio engineer's equalizer would normally do.
So the sound is clear, but it can also escape.
Exactly. It feels breathable because it's not trapped. And it's literally breathable, too. The walls aren't sealed.
Right, those massive openings.
And that's part of the acoustic strategy. It lets the sound bleed out naturally, but it's also about the view. From anywhere inside, you're not just looking at a stage. You're looking out at the valley, at the Great Wall itself, framed by these concrete portals.
Speaking of the concrete, I was reading about the materials. They actually mixed crushed local rock into the concrete aggregate.
Which is why it matches the color of the cliff so perfectly. But there's another detail in the construction I find fascinating, the formwork.
And formwork is. That's just the mold for the concrete, right?
That's it. Usually it's brand new timber or metal. Here, they used old, recycled wood planks.
Okay, so that's a sustainability angle.
It is, yeah, but it also had an aesthetic purpose. The old, rough wood left this beautiful, textured imprint on the concrete. So it looks weathered and natural from day one, not slick and industrial.
I was shocked there's no HVAC. Nothing.
It's a pretty radical move for a modern concert hall. It completely dissolves that boundary between you and the environment. If it's a cool autumn evening, you feel that cool air while you listen to the music. You're not in a sealed, climate-controlled box.
Which brings us to what might be the most daring part of the design. The roof.
The oculus.
Yeah, this giant Pantheon-style hole right in the center. It lets in this amazing shaft of light, but it also lets in, the weather.
That's entirely the point. They actually engineered hidden channels into the floor, so when it rains, the water falls right through the roof, hits the center of the hall, and just drains away.
So a rainstorm becomes part of the performance.
Exactly. You could be sitting there listening to a string quartet while watching rain fall inside the concert hall.
That really brings home that whole idea of phenomenology they talk about. It's not just about the sound. It's about the feeling of the damp air, the way the light changes, the sound of the wind.
It turns everything on its head. Usually, architecture is meant to protect us from nature. Here, it's inviting nature in to be a co-performer.
So it's a concrete rock that breathes, makes music, and catches the rain.